Okay, hello. So sorry that took a while. This is what happens when I get to the studio too late to do all of that in the hour leading up to streaming. So, just walked in the door like 10 minutes ago. Apparently my body decided to sleep in today. I'm gonna blame daylight savings. Anyway, how is everyone doing? I'm going to be drawing some goats today, guys. I was trying to prep some references as well, but I only halfway got finished. So we're going to look up some goat anatomy. You can find references on my Pinterest. I'll be posting these photos that aren't on my Pinterest onto Discord. But, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to find a good one with, like, skeletal structures. I guess this one's okay. We'll do this one. And I will pin this really fast. It's on Wikipedia. It's gonna get pinned to the ungulate board. I should probably separate my ungulate board at this point. There's so many. But it's under Caprine, which is the scientific category for goats and sheep. So you can go find that image there. Or you can go to my Discord and it's gonna be in there in like 5 seconds. So, but yeah, let's draw some goats today. Also, how you doing, Amaze? I'm glad you're doing some pest control in Monster Hunter. On the positive side, you guys got to listen to like my entire Millennium lineup, so there you go. Let's see. Okay. I was going to link a bunch of streams, but I don't know if I even have time to do that right now. If you guys don't mind, I might very quickly drop a few stream links. But basically what we're going to be doing today, if this is your first time joining or if you're watching later, we're just going to be looking at some reference pictures and drawing from them. So the object of drawing from reference is not to copy. We're not trying to make direct copies. What we're trying to do is learn. So the difference is looking at shape and form and not just trying to make an exact replica of the image. This is how you, one, learn anatomy, but two, develop your own style. So yeah, don't worry about hyperrealism unless that's the only way you like to work. That's totally fine. Just know that that's going to take a little longer than what I will probably be spending on these. My hope today is that I can get a good understanding of the shape in the way that goats move and like what's going on under the skin, so that when I work on a project this afternoon that's all about goats, I'll be able to jump right in. So this warm-up is actually very pertinent to what's on my to-do list this week, because I'm going to be working on some stickers of goats for a YouTuber that I have been talking to, that I've been following for a long time, and I'm very excited about it. So anyway, let's start with the anatomy. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. Posting links. Warm-up sketching with goats. Boop. Where else should I post this? I don't know. I'm really bad at self-promotion. I usually just drop my link in like one other Discord channel, and I just pick a different one each time. So there we go. Anyway, let's get started, because I have a lot to do today. Whew. There's so much I did not finish on Monday. But I hope you guys had a good weekend. Did anyone do anything fun while I'm getting my anatomical references posted here? Let's resize this baby. It's a little too big. I'm sure these are all really big. Wait, why didn't that? There we go. Goat. Goat, goat. I'm gonna try really hard to actually draw these goats at a decent size today. Go. I'll go ahead and drop these too, because you probably won't find these references online unless you dig very, very hard. These are some of the goats I'll be making stickers out of later. Well, it's one of the goats. It's just two images of the same goat, really. But I liked the pose references in both images, so we're gonna use these. Okay. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started. Where is my... There we go. Okay. Alright, all the references I have now are posted in chat, so hopefully that works for those of you who want to draw along. You can go to my Discord to find these reference images. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Yeah. Been spreading the word about Monster Hunter? Wait, hold on. What did I miss? About Discord? Just making social... Oh, you mean about the streams? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I don't know if any... Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. I don't always expect it. I know Mondays are a weird time to stream, so I'm honestly surprised when anyone shows up on a Monday. Oh, I did tell my friend... Shoot, I do have to send one more link. I told my friend I would text her my Twitch link. She has some kids that wanted to maybe draw with us today, so just a friendly reminder to anyone in chat or anyone who watches this later, this is a family-friendly stream for that reason. I do have friends that watch with their kids sometimes, so appreciate you guys respecting that. Hold on, copy. There we go. I'll be on my best behavior. I'm not worried about you in these. I don't think I've ever seen you on bad behavior. I think you're all good. Okay, posting this Twitch link here. I think I have to make it actually clickable. Hopefully that works. Doing warm-up sketches of goats today. Thanks for your patience, guys. I feel like I've been going till about 11:30ish, so I think you're just gonna say these are gonna be about an hour and a half. Honestly, and I haven't even started yet, so it'll be about an hour. But if anyone wants to go ahead and get started, of course, feel free to. If your kids want to draw. Okay. Fall to your knees. And like, keep me posted on the music situation. I feel like I can't ever get a good read on how loud anything is. Alright. So, drawing from an anatomical reference like this, like I always say, guys, find the big shapes first. Don't worry about exact details. Pay attention to placement, proportion, and that sort of thing, right? So that way when you do go back to draw the animal, you can remember, oh yeah, the shoulder blade was kind of like this, so that you know how to make those impressions under the skin and like where those things might go. Same thing with the head, so you know where to draw kind of some detail lines. It'll just help inform those things. So, yeah, let's get started. kinda... I'll just use this, it's fine. Okay. One of these days I'm gonna stop using, maybe next month, I'll stop using Psy. Because I keep ending up doing all my painting in this too, and I really would like to play with another sort of a painting experience here. Alright. I like drawing the little details in the bones, you certainly don't have to. But remember, we're just looking for the shapes. I made them look really happy and I kind of like it, so I'm just going to keep it that way. That was a total accident, but hopefully my energy will pick up here in a minute. It was hard to get out of bed today. I don't know why, because I got plenty of sleep, but one of those mornings, I guess. Alright. So I'm not worrying too much again about the little details, I'm just kind of looking at shape. So I'm following this kind of curve. I like looking at the flow of the spine. And if you'll notice in a lot of livestock, you'll notice these really high, I don't really know what the technical term for this is, but I call these the withers on horses, so I'm assuming they're also withers on goats. But it's like this really high ridge of extended spinal bones. I don't know what they are. Bones, back spines. But notice how straight it keeps the spine. So it keeps it like super level. And so this is why their bodies look so inflexible. Like they're really not flexible animals. So they probably have no problem like twisting a little bit from side to side. But these aren't going to be like a dog or a cat. You know, we drew dogs last week. They're not going to be able to do things like this. Like their spine can't twist and curve in the same way. So yeah, just kind of keep those things in mind. It's part of why we're looking at bones. It is helpful to learn and to take note of. But again, just looking for the big shapes, not worried about detail. I'm just taking mental notes of things like that so that I can remember it for later. And then note the angle of the hip. It's very, very angled compared to a lot of the animals we've been drawing lately. I always like to take a special note, as if you've been here long enough, you know that my arch enemy is the back legs of creatures. So this one's an important one for me to pay attention to, because there's always like a slight difference in the angles that you're going to see here, and it can really impact whether or not your drawing looks anatomically correct. So note, you know, they got this nice ankle bone here, got that tendon that attaches to these muscles and stuff, so that's why the leg is going to look like that when we draw the actual creature. Oh, come on. Here we go. Okay. Draw a shoulder bone shape. Actual shoulder bump there. And now we're down here at the critters. Shoot, I think that's the wrist, actually. Well, I don't know. We would call it the knee, but if this is like the shoulder, we don't have a knee on our shoulder, right? So we know this is our elbow. So technically this is the same bones, just stretched in different sorts of places, right? So we got our elbow, our wrist. Remember, these creatures technically walk on their fingertips or their toenails. So they're going to move in like a similar way to our arms for that reason. Okay. You can see a little bit of that sternum there, so that's where you get that really strong chest cavity when you draw these critters. Okay. You know what I didn't even realize? Isn't St. Patty's Day coming up? Maybe we should draw a green animal this week. I was gonna do other livestock this week, but I'm kind of second guessing that now. Alright, so there's our little goat skeleton. Oops, I forgot his tail. Hold on. Wold. There you go. Wool tail. Okay, so we'll come back to this for reference as we create stuff. Let's move on to this little gal. Actually, I'm gonna make this little, or at least move it. You guys can move away. Oh, I forgot to write our mantra. Hold on, hold on. Remember the purpose of this, guys. Gotta get the bad drawings. Oops, drawings. Out. That's what we're doing. We'll have to look into some Irish wildlife. Oh, that's a good idea. I wonder if there's any wildlife particular to Ireland. I'm like struggling to think of any that I know of that are super regional. There might be some like coastal creatures. I don't know. I don't think of wildlife when I think of Ireland, I'm not gonna lie. I mean sheep. And I was thinking about drawing sheep anyway. I know there's a lot of sheep farms out in Ireland. Alright. Now this breed of goat, you may notice, has slightly shorter legs than our reference. That is because these are Nigerian dwarf goats. So they are a very specific domestic breed of goat. Yeah, it's not gonna have the exact same proportions necessarily, but all the pieces are gonna be in the same angle and relationship to each other. It's just like the legs will be a bit shorter, the chest, it's like you resized the goat down slightly and then shortened the legs a little bit. But the bits are all gonna still be there, so. See, I'm already making it out of proportion because I'm trying to draw it too big. Hold on, let's do this the way I'm supposed to. Alright, so if you're new to drawing from reference, remember you're looking for your big shapes first, and I'm trying to remind myself to do this. Now, I want to talk about something that's unique to, well, I guess there's a few cud-chewing animals that have this, but goats it's very prominent, so you can see these same basic shapes, right? You got the hips, the shoulder and chest area, you can even see some of these rib bones right here. But then it gets really, really big right here. Especially you notice it from the front. It really juts out. Now this is not a bone at all. Now we've studied our reference, right? So we know that the ribs are actually up here. This is called the rumen, and it's the stomach, but it's basically a giant gas chamber. It's part of the digestion process of goats. It's really kind of funny, but that's totally normal. This is not a bloated goat. That's just kind of how they are. But it's a unique piece of anatomy that you're not going to get just from studying the skeletons or even the muscles, because it tends to inflate and deflate as they are in various stages of digestion or pregnancy or malnutrition. Now this goat might actually also be pregnant right here. This looks like a little bit more than just the rumen. But right here you can see this kind of looks like the rumen to me. You can see it especially defined on older goats because there's you see there's not a lot of structure here, so they start to have kind of sunken bellies kind of by the hip bones, but then the rumen is still pretty bloated. So goats are kind of funny like that. They tend to always look a little bit pregnant even if they're not pregnant. Something that I have learned from watching Weed 'em and Reap, which is that homesteading channel that I'll be making stickers for later today. But anyway, if you are new to drawing these critters, just remember, even if there is something that doesn't show up on the skeleton, just look for your big shapes. If you want to do a big tummy shape, and then do your hip and shoulder shapes as well, totally fine. Whatever makes it easiest for you to find the shapes to draw from, so. Okay, I'm gonna slide this down slightly though, give myself a little more room. I'm gonna merge these layers, because I'm really bad about doing that. See, I did it on the same layer here. Uh-oh, what's going on? I'm noticing my drawing programs do not appreciate my mouse. They're always mad about me using the mouse. Okay. So once I've drawn my big shapes, I can kind of connect, kind of like how you see this outline around the skeleton. Once you have your big portions in there and you kind of know where the muscles are going around the skeleton, you can kind of draw in your body. So now it's a little hard to see because this is a dark colored animal, but we know from our skeleton again that the shoulder is going to go this way. You can even see some of the little indentations from that shoulder blade right there. That the shoulder itself, or the deltoid, is up front, and then the leg goes pretty straight down. So we're just drawing literally from our knowledge we just gained, but also from our actual skeleton above us, because that's helpful. Alright, got the little hip there, I like this little flippy tail, it's very cute. I think I made the head a little too close to the body there, so I'm going to extend that a bit. Got this nice front view. I feel like goats are a little tricky to make look like goats sometimes. When I was first starting to draw goats, I feel like they always looked like horses, because I was not accustomed to drawing goat anatomy. But I also wasn't doing a good job with studies, so I'm hoping that these goats will look a little more goaty now that I've studied goats a couple of times. Or at least caprine a couple of times. I did a few goats and sheep sketches when we were doing ungulates a few weeks ago. So I have a little bit of practice here, but never hurts to retouch. If I could just not give her donkey ears, that'd be great. I really like their ears; they're so cute. They're just kind of long, stretched out, almost deer-shaped ears. Hey, Charlie's dragon. Yep, we're drawing goats. Goats today. How are you doing? How's your day? You guys don't do daylight savings time, right? That's just a weird United States thing. Hopefully you're feeling alright. I'm sure you've noticed everything's like an hour earlier for all the streamers that you follow. Or I guess you're going to. For anyone who is watching from a place that does not do daylight savings time, that is actually why it is an hour earlier today than normal, by the way. I didn't even think about that until just now. So welcome. Welcome to the new timeline for the United States. For some reason we still haven't gotten rid of this. So we're just gonna keep on doing that, I guess. I am gonna scoot this a little. I feel like I went from drawing the head too close to too far away. Come on. Please be nice to me. There we go. It's not going to it either. Okay. Oh, you do it as well, but 3 weeks after. That kind of makes sense, I guess, because you're higher up. You're higher up on the globe. Yeah, interesting. We've been trying to get it. We've been trying to get it kind of abolished, I guess, here in the U.S. for a number of years, because most of it doesn't really affect our communities like it used to back when it got instigated for like rural farming and stuff. We just aren't as rural as we used to be. So all it really does is mess everything up. Yeah, that totally makes sense. I didn't even think about that. And see, it makes more sense for, like, I wonder if Alaska will keep it, because it probably affects Alaska more than it affects. And it may be something they just let the states decide, because they already kind of have that. Like we have, I think it's Arizona that doesn't do daylight savings time. And Hawaii, I want to say, doesn't do it. But yeah, I feel like most of the country, it's just kind of an unnecessary complication anymore. Are there a lot of farming communities still, like in your part of the world? Is that why you guys do it as well, or is it literally just because of your latitude? Goats have such funny faces, guys, like, kind of derpy. Especially when you're covered in hay. and you just can't be bothered. Oh, are they talking about stopping it? Yeah, I wondered if it helped. Maybe I didn't wonder if it would help you being further north with like kids walking to school or something. That's a lot of what gets cited here, is that like, you know, parents are concerned about kids walking to school in the dark for more of the year than they have to, which I guess I get, but I don't know. I feel like if it's gonna be dark either way, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm probably just attached. Oh, and I just noticed I still drew the head too big. You guys, what's wrong with me today? Proportions are off. I'm not doing a good job of checking before I draw, but that is the benefit of working digitally. You can resize things pretty easily. But if you're working in a sketchbook, just remember to keep it loose and light so that if you do need to erase, you can do so easily. Pressing too hard can make the drawing process really frustrating. So be sure to have a light hand while you're working if you're doing this on paper. Mostly just because of tradition. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think it's been that long here either. I want to say it was like when was it? Was it in the 40s? I don't know. It's hard to say anything in America as a tradition other than like fireworks and barbecue, maybe. I'm not sure. We were such a young country compared to so much of the world. It's just not that. There's not a lot of universal traditions here. I don't think I've heard anyone say we're keeping it for tradition. I could be wrong. I'm not exactly keyed in. Okay, this is a little tricky because, as usual, the animal's feet are sort of hidden in the hay. But I think the angle of this image, I'm noticing like this foot is higher than this foot. It could be the way she's standing too. Like maybe she's just keeping one of her feet closer to the other, but it always kind of looks weird in a drawing when that happens, so I'm going to try and fix that a little. I might just shorten this leg slightly. Probably shouldn't arbitrarily be doing that, but it's going to bother me if they aren't at least a little bit close. And you can see this is a dairy goat. You can see a little bit of the udder right there. She's got little fur fluffs right here, which are kind of cute. Did you have a good weekend, Charlie? I hope you did. Alright, I think that's good for me. Let's move on to the next one. I'm still warming up still, that's the whole point. I don't want to spend too much time on any of these, so let's work again on our shape finding. I'll keep that on the screen in case anyone's still using it, but remember when you're first building up your sketch, for anyone just now joining, you're going to find your big shapes first, thinking about our skeleton that we drew from. And again, if you need these references, they are posted in Discord as well, so if you'd like to grab them, you can. If anyone can't get on Discord or doesn't use Discord but wants them, you can screenshot the screen, or I can try and drop them in the chat for you. But anyway, find your, just in case I'm going faster than anyone, but find your big shapes and then connect all your pieces. So that's always what you're going to start with, and drawing those big shapes is going to help you make sure it looks proportional as you go along. So it's something I'm really bad about doing, so I'm repeating it not just for you guys but also for myself, because sometimes I have a tendency to just jump into a drawing and then I very quickly start having proportion issues. So it's a habit I'm trying to break. It's one of the many reasons that I'm doing these reference sketches. Now remember, we talked about this earlier, but again, just in case someone was not here, this is not the rib cage. This is the rumen and possibly a pregnant goat. I don't know when this photo was taken, but I do know this goat was recently pregnant. So these are goats from Weed 'em and Reap, which is the channel that I'm going to be making some stickers for later today. So I don't know if anybody watches them, but I'm excited about that project, and I'll be sharing more about that later. Although, hey Lagumcore! Worried of kids walking in the dark. Right. I know, right? Oh my gosh. Well, especially I do worry about you because I know you are walking in the dark right now. Speaking of kids walking in the dark, laughs in current predicament. I hope everything's going well there. How are you doing, Legum Core? How was your weekend? We've only had daylight savings summer. Oh, you call it daylight summer. Interesting. Every year since 1980. Oh, interesting. Huh. And you've had it on and off a few times. Wow, that sounds really confusing. I'm so sorry. Although it was proposed by Benjamin Franklin, it didn't start getting used to World War. Thank you for looking that up. I appreciate you, Charlie's Dragon. Wikipedia ninja right there, guys. Interesting. I didn't realize it was proposed by Benjamin Franklin. Wow, that's a long time ago. Didn't start getting used to World War I. Okay, so like early 40s. Late 30s? Wait, when was World War I? I don't even know my dates. Is that the 20s? Shoot, now I gotta look it up. Hold on, guys, don't pay attention to me. I'm showing off my lack of knowledge. Oh, it was like it was like before the 20s. Gosh, I need to study up on my history. It's one of those things, like, I don't know how you guys are, but dates always super confused me as a kid. Like, I could just never keep them straight in my head, so it's really hard for me to know when stuff happened. Like, I know the order of events. Like, I know that certain wars happened before or after others, but as far as, like, the actual dates, I'm really bad at them. I always think about, like, the pictures that I've seen of the wars, and then, like, what kind of technology I'm noticing. So that's why I was like, World War I, that was, like, Industrial Revolution era, which was, like, roughly the 1920s. So, like, that's about right. That's how my brain works. I'm all context clues. Numbers are not my friend. But anyway, that's funny. Well, thank you for looking that up. I appreciate it. I guess I need to go watch. Did you guys know? I think I shared this. Recently, but I found a history professor on Twitch. I think there's a couple of them actually, but there's one that streams pretty regularly, and he just talks about various times in history. I kind of want my brother to do it because my brother is really good at history, but he's so busy. He's also like a wrestling coach and all kinds of stuff he's teaching, so he probably doesn't have it, like, in public school teaching, so he probably doesn't have a lot of free time. But I think he would really like some of the content. And I know he's been into history since he was, like, little. Spent many years studying all the dates. Can help me be better at dates. Okay. I wear a reflective vest. I know you do, but I still worry. I still worry just a little. I just think about walking in the dark here. I mean, you said it's not a super populated area, right? So I guess that's a little better. Although creepy, I suppose, to be walking around in the dark when there's no one around. Do you guys have a lot of natural, like, angry wildlife where you're at? Like, are there bears? Should I be worried about bears more than crazy people? Or cars? I don't actually know. Like, when I see pictures of people camping in Alaska, I'm just like, there's grizzly bears there. That's like a whole other breed of bear. I'm not gonna get anywhere near a grizzly bear. I love camping. I'm gonna camp only in the Southern Rockies, where the biggest danger is gonna be a mountain lion. And they're not known to, like, wreck your tent while you're sleeping, like a bear. Specifically a grizzly bear. Oh, you do have moose. Yeah, moose are scary. Have you ever seen a moose in person? Surely not while you're walking at night. Actually, that is terrifying. I would be afraid. I would be afraid to run into a moose while walking at night, especially in October, when they're, like, at least that's when they're in rut here. I don't know about your seasons, it might start earlier. Ooh, a moose in the dark. It's not a good time. We definitely have them here, but they're very much in the mountains typically. They don't come down into where most people live. Not like in Alaska. They're just everywhere, apparently. Oh, grass. Constantly obscuring feet. We're just gonna pretend that's what the feet look like, guys, because I have no idea. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. Get that little prego belly / possibly very full goat. Hard to tell. I think it's pregnant. I don't know for sure though. Hey Raga! By the way, how's it going? I think I saw your name in chat. Oh, hydrate. Thank you. Appreciate. Cookie. Wait, hold on. Your name is Cookie Narwhal? Narwhal? I love that name. That is the best name. Best name of the day. Best new name of the day. Everyone's got great names, but I don't want to offend anybody, but Cookie Narwhal is a great name. Okay, can we all just agree? I love that. How are you doing? Thank you for making sure I'm hydrated. I don't think I've had any water today. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Have you ever seen a moose? Feels like if you're asking if you've seen grass. You've seen them but not up close. I mean, they're not as common here where I live, at least in the suburbs. Again, where most people live, you don't see them very commonly. Yeah, you can go ahead and lose some faith in the American education system. Well, here's the thing. It's kind of like math, right? Like, if you don't use that knowledge on a regular basis, you're going to lose it. Like, I know I was taught those things, for sure. I was tested on those things. I just didn't retain those things, you know? I actually went to a pretty good school, believe it or not. It was one of the best schools, apparently it was one of the best schools in the nation at the time. Like, people were moving to the area just to send their kids to our district, so I didn't know that at the time, but I actually did go to a pretty good school. I just didn't retain the things I wasn't interested in at the time, and unfortunately I was not interested in history at the time. Or math. Still not super interested in math. Trying. I did in college. I actually did get more into history in college, and I read through my entire college history textbook, which was really interesting. But I think it was more because the writing was like a story, you know? Like, it just, the way that they wrote that book really had me like they connected everything together really well. It was really, I really liked it. It helped me a lot. I actually don't think I did a good job of thinking about history chronologically until that time. But no, for me it's probably just numbers. I think my brain has an immediate like negative association with numbers and it just doesn't like them. It's really hard for me to think around numbers. But anyway, okay, let's do some more goats. Those are going really fast. Let's do another one since I have to work from these creatures later today anyway. Here's a really nice one of a goat that I will be drawing later. Copy. I'm gonna go drop this in Discord. Boop. And I'll put it in here. Let me catch up on chat. Let's see. Guessing late 1910s. Yeah, I mean that's a better guess than I had, Amaze. I think at least you're closer. I know World War II is in the 40s. Mostly because my grandparents fought in World War II. I think that helps too, is having like a family association. Not both of my grandfathers, I suppose. No wait, I already did this goat. Why did you copy? Wait, what's wrong? This is not the picture I just copied. Hold on. Why did it do the same exact goat? Hold, please. Technical difficulty. Delete. Is this the right goat? Yes. Alright, let's try that again. Hey, welcome to a new goat, guys. What is going on? Selection is empty. No, it's not. Technology. Okay. We are going to draw this lovely lady here. And not this one that I just drew already. I mean, not that you should have a whole lot of faith in the American education system, unfortunately, Charlie's Dragon, but at least in this instance, I don't think it's the education's fault. It's my fault. I will take full responsibility for that. Terrible at keeping dates straight too, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, Amaze. It's mostly me. Have you guys ever seen? Okay, well, I'm really behind on chat. Hold on. Usually out in the fields munching. They don't ever charge you guys? I feel like the moose here are super aggressive. My mod eyes say you're new, but I distinctly remember saying your name before. Oh, maybe. You're cranky because you're tired? Oh. People have different strengths. I'm just cranky because you're tired. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Well, welcome, Cookie. I hope you're doing well today. We are We are drawing goats for warm-up practice today. So these are the ones that I'm studying for, well, except for this one. That one's just for practice, but these are all pictures of goats that I'm going to be making stickers of later. These are goats owned by a YouTuber called Weed'em and Reap. I guess the channel is called Weed'em and Reap. It's like a homesteading channel that I've been following for a number of years. And I'm going to be making some stickers later for their merch shop. So I just figured, since we do warm-up streams anyway, that I would practice goats that I'm already going to have to draw later. I'm probably going to put them in different poses, but this is just helping me get comfortable with them so that I can draw those. Let's see. I see goats with horns too. Yeah, these goats are all either polled, which means that they just genetically don't have horns, or they were dehorned as kids. So, which apparently is a very controversial thing. There's like pros and cons, I guess, to both. I'm not a goat owner, so I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, so that's why these goats don't have horns. But yeah, most of the time, unless it's a goat that is polled, it will have horns. And I think polling might be more common in certain breeds than it is in others. Got this nice chest fluff here. If you want to see animal art, yeah, for sure you're in a good spot. We do warm-ups, Cookie. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I do warm-up streams like this. Whoa, oh, what just happened there? Just to practice various critters. Usually critters. Every once in a while we do some that aren't critters, and then I'm very angsty about it because I'm not very good at much else, but trying to get better. So we did vehicles. Yeah, we did vehicles a week or two ago, and that was good. That was good practice for me for sure. I got eventually warmed up to it. I wanted to make this goat smile just because I know she's not really smiling, but alrighty. Yeah, we did canines last week, and actually if you want to do if you like drawing, I don't know if you're an artist, Cookie, but I just restarted my YouTube channel and I've been posting my warm-up sketch sessions there. I haven't decided yet if I want to post all my streams there. Let me know if anyone has feedback on that, but I don't know. I'm kind of holding them in reserve. They're on a hard drive. I've got them saved, so if I ever decide to do that, I can, but I don't know. I think I'm probably just for now gonna do warm-up streams on YouTube and speed paints. Oh, which reminds me, I gotta put that new painting I just finished. I'll show you guys that later if you want to see the whale painting. Has a narwhal in it, or narwhal. I go, now I'm saying it like your name. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't do the best job with drawing this proportionally first. I got the body parts, but I probably should have done the legs. So we're just gonna do them real quick and pretend that I actually drew them before I started doing details. Part of the reason you want to get your shapes down before you do details is just so that you can, like, not have to erase a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it's a lot easier to sit back and say, okay, does this look proportionally correct before I move into the next step, than it is to, like, start getting into all the fluff and all the details and muscles and then be like, oh shoot, it's like lopsided, now I have to erase all of that, you know? Which is what happens to me all the time, because I'm very bad about remembering to do it. So if you hear me repeating things like that, guys, that is why. It's mostly for my benefit, but also in case anybody is popping in right now and also trying to learn how to draw things. Figure it doesn't hurt. Okay, little goat. Wow, these are going fast. Let's do one more. I think Maybe because I'm not coloring these, they're going so quickly. Maybe I'll color this next one. This one goat that I get to draw is so pretty. She has these moon spots. Oh shoot, there's a lot of chat. Hold on. I'll check up on chat in just a second. Moose only charge you if they have babies or are injured. Or if they're in rut. We have a lot of issues in October here in Colorado. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you for that little sub, Cookie. I appreciate that. Wait, a sub? Holy cow, wait a minute. Aw, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I wonder, was that over on YouTube? I haven't disconnected my... I can't figure out how to distinguish the YouTube subs from the Twitch subs. Either way, I appreciate you following over there. But yeah, the goats, or I mean the moose, I'm looking at goats and saying it. The moose here in October go into rut. Same thing with the elk. And they are so aggressive when they're searching for mates. But I'm glad that you guys don't have issues with the moose, like, attacking people. I wonder if it's just, like, there's so many people in their territory down here, too. That could be part of why there's more moose encounters that don't go well for people in the US. Pretty high population density of humans. Oh, but look at this pretty goat! I get to make a sticker of this goat later. She's got the moon spots. Look at this. Wow, she's so big. Look how pretty! So these little spots that are like white spots on top of darker colors, those are called moon spots. It's kind of a fun little goat pattern. And this girl has a lot of them. Usually there's not this many, so she is super moon spotty. Very, very lovely. Yeah, her name is River. I'm excited to make a sticker of her later. Hey Crimson, how's it going? Appreciate ya for stopping in. Is anyone lucky enough to pet a goat? In fact, there are some goats outside my studio right now, so yes, I could pet them. There's one named Buddy that is super friendly. He's a wether, so he's a castrated male, and he's not aggressive at all. He is a sweetheart, and he'll follow you around like a dog, and he just wants scratches. That's like his favorite thing for humans to give him. He just wants scratches all the time. He is so cute. American and Eurasian moose are different subspecies. American's a bit bigger, but in general moose only charge if they feel threatened or cornered, which they might in a suburb. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're just scary. Lots of open fields where I live, so the moose prefer that than to walk close to house. That's good. Yeah, they have a lot of space to roam. They can stay away from people a little easier, maybe. Yeah, yeah. Injured animals can be more scared for sure. Your name is Lagumcore. Yeah. Oh, they call you Lagomorph? Really? That's funny. Huh, I wonder why. Hope you're doing well, by the way, Crimson. Goats in rut can be troublesome. I think any animal in rut, like elephants in rut, well, elephants in general can be a little more territorial again with humans, but like, yeah. Males in rut in general are not a good time. Not something you want headbutting you. No, they're really strong, yeah. Oh, I didn't stretch my wrists. Hold on. We have to do our carpal tunnel stretches, guys. If you haven't seen these before, I try to keep them on screen, but I'm not very good at it. Grab your whole hand, point it in this awkward position where it's like down instead of up. It's kind of weird on the elbow here. And kind of gently, don't push hard, but like enough to feel a stretch on your fingertips and your thumb, if you can get your thumb in there too. This is what I have been told is the best carpal tunnel stretch, as far as like keeping carpal tunnel from happening, which is like a pain right here. So if you're starting to feel that, that's a good one. I think it also helps with the tennis elbow one too, because you're grabbing all of your fingers. But yeah, so you do that with both hands for about 10 seconds or so. And then the one I like to do is also a little motorcycle one where you just do this back and forth a few times, maybe a few twirls. It's just a good thing to do. If you spend a lot of time on a computer especially, or just sitting and writing or working or typing, writing, I already said writing, drawing, anyway, you guys know gamers get carpal tunnel a lot because that's a very stiff position to hold your wrists in for a long time. So be sure to do your carpal tunnel stretches, guys. Alright, PSA over. Let's draw a goat. It's probably not the best reference image to draw from, but I think I want to do more painting on this one, so let's do a different kind of reference drawing. Oh, I forgot to copy it. Hold on. Copy. Copy. And remember, you can always use other goat pictures. You don't have to use the ones I'm using. If anyone needs references, you can just type !ref in the chat, and you will get all kinds of options on my Pinterest page, if that would help you out. Okay. I forget, Lacomcore, does your name mean something? Oh, hey, Septic! Oh shoot, hold on, there's an ad break, maybe. I don't know, intermittent ad break happening right now. If you're seeing an ad, you probably can't hear me, but hope maybe you're not. Maybe there's one coming, I don't know. I don't really get how ad breaks work on Twitch. They seem to be a little bit random. Yeah, she is a pretty baby. Because I watched a TikTok video. Oh, wait, remind me what lagom means. I don't remember. It's a bit overblown because it's a super casual word in Swedish, but we gotta find something that makes us feel special to the Americans. Wait, what? I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. I think you did tell me one time, but I don't remember. Even birds during mating season can be territorial. And yeah, it's true. Although, do you guys have wrens? Like house wrens? One of the most aggressive birds I've ever seen is a house wren here in the US, and it's very, very little. It's like this big, but it is a tiny torpedo of fury. Oh my gosh. When they're in their mating season, they are so territorial. They will like dive bomb your head if you get too close to them. Like they aim for the eyes, like they're out for blood. It's kind of scary. I don't know if you have wrens there or if they're like that, but watch out for wrens, guys. It happened to me a couple of years ago. It was spooky. Very spooky. Just found out something else ModView could do. Wait, what's that? Anything that I can't do? Moat Shrimp, hello! How are you doing? Thanks for popping in. I am doing well. My Monday's going pretty good. It was a little slow to start. I kind of got in the studio kind of late, but I'm warming up. I'm doing some goat sketches to prepare for a sticker series that I'm going to be working on. Now I know I can't see all of this goat, but I'm just going to draw the rest of it. She's so pretty. I want to paint these spots. So maybe, we'll see how long it takes me. So I'm just going to quickly sketch this in and yeah, and work on some things. But how are you doing, Moat? Moat, Shrimp, I like your name too. There's so many good names in chat. I see your little tail tip there, River. There you go. Remember that straight back that these critters have since we looked at our skeleton here. Those high withers. Which is always kind of fun. I see sometimes people, like, it's easy to assume, right? Like if you don't know that this is actually, wait, that this is the shoulder. Kind of like it would be in like a cat or a dog, because they don't have those high spinal bones, but yeah, it's not. This is the shoulder's actually down here. We got those high spine bones that we just looked at sticking out. I don't know what they're called. Somebody who knows more about anatomy can educate us. I just know where they are. Okay. Means just right. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I know it's used more or less, and it was from a Scandinavian. I've never heard it before. It's cute though. I like it. Just found, oh, it lets you know when others shout out my channel. Oh, does it? Aw, did I get a shout out? Or can you just see that? I think I can see when that happens too. Aw, Claire Burr gave me a shout out. That was nice of her. If anyone's coming over here from Claire Burr's channel, tell her hello. On the highest shelf. Let's see. Just to add for info to the rest, like amount of sugar is an amount that tastes sweet, but not starting to taste too sweet. Oh, that's cute. I don't know if we have an equivalent word for something like that in English. I've heard, no, that means something else. The only thing I can think of is a French word But I think it actually doesn't mean, it means so-so. I don't think it means just right. It's like more of a phrase too. Language is so interesting. Oh, so for anybody who is super awesome and multilingual, unlike myself, I had a question and I was curious, and probably depends on the language, but like, so I took Spanish in high school and I don't remember learning, and maybe that's just because it was high school Spanish, and I don't remember a whole lot, honestly. But I don't remember learning like a lot of vocabulary. It was like we learned one word for each type of like basic meaning. But there's all these really silly words in English that I just wonder like how many other languages have unnecessarily flourished extra words to like describe the same thing. So like, for example, you know, there's just like what are the examples that we were using the other day? But there's like so many words in English that are like, we already have a word for that. But there's like a whole thesaurus, you know, of options of words that basically mean the same thing. They're just different words. And I wonder if and I didn't know if that was because English is kind of like an amalgamation of so many different, like Germanic language, like there's some Latin speaking languages in there, like the Romance languages, like there's some French, there's some German. And so like maybe there's just a lot of options because people were using lots of different words for the same thing. And it all just kind of became part of the lexicon, or if that's a common thing in like all languages. Because like when I was learning Spanish, there wasn't like a lot of options for like the word hello. Like we have like salutations, greetings, like hello, like there's so many ways to say something, and I don't know. I was just curious about that. Does anyone know the answer who's way more educated than me? And more of a polyglot than I am? I imagine it does. And maybe we just didn't learn them in Spanish. My guess was that it just depends on the language, but I don't know. It is so many. Wait, hold on. What are we talking? We're not talking about. Like there are cases where it asks what Lego now. Oh, the history of English. Ooh, interesting. Thank you, Claire Burr. Oh, and hello, Claire Burr. Good to see you in here. Thank you for that shout out. Oh no, Claire, I'm gonna get so into this. I can already tell. All right. Well, thank you. That podcast sounds like it's exactly what I'm looking for. English has a very large vocabulary, at least 4 times as big as Norwegian. Okay, see, that's what I was wondering, because it feels like, so the whole reason, this is a silly reason to have this question, I suppose, but the whole reason this came up is because my friend and I at work, sometimes we get bored, and we play a word game, where it's basically like, just think of the most ridiculous English words that you can think of and try to like work them into a sentence with like customers, basically. And so we'll say things like serendipity or like flabbergasted or just like these really random, like uncommon English vocab. There's so much of it. And it got us thinking, like, wait a minute, like I wonder if people play these games in other languages, or if it's just an English thing to have an unnecessary amount of words to describe the exact same situation. I don't know. But it's fun. It's fun to play when you're bored at work. Like conundrum, instead of just saying problem or difficulty, you've got like, I guess conundrum is more like, yeah, I don't know, I guess it is kind of like a problem. But anyway, it's like, what a conundrum, sir, or like, I don't know. We get really bored, but anyway, it just got us thinking. How are you doing, by the way, Claire? Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for giving Claire that shout out. Claire's really great. She mods over at Paleontologizing. That's where I met her. Super awesome, very sweet. Was hanging out in her chat, in her stream the other day. Just hanging out, chitty chatty. I've heard history of English gently vibrates in. Wait, you have heard it. English language undergrad. Oh dang, I bet you can answer that. Sloppy Salamander, how are you doing? Welcome to Goat Day. We're drawing goats on stream if anyone wants to join me. I'm just playing. I like the colors. We were just talking about moon spotting, which is this. Where'd my mouse go? Hold on, can't find it. Can't see where it is. Why is it not? There you are. Which is like when you have a lighter spot on a darker undercolor with a goat. I don't know if it happens in other, like in sheep, but it's definitely a goat thing. So they call this moon spotting. And I just thought she was really pretty, and I'm gonna have to make a sticker of her later, so I thought I would just paint some of the colors here, since we've done quite a few sketches this morning. I don't know if it's a Swedish saying, but I often think, love, child, carry many names, things that matter a lot, love or synonyms. That's true, things that, I like that, the loved child carries many names. Yeah, it's like having nicknames for words, in a way. Maybe. It's what you're listening to on my channel. Oh, that's cool. Well, there you go, guys. If you want to hang out and listen to History of English and talk about it, sounds like a fun way to spend your stream. Let's see. Midterm grade is in. You got a 98. Oh my gosh, Sloppy Salamander. Way to go. You're gonna get all the cheese that I can give you. And also some woos and some hearts, because why not? Good job, Sloppy. Wait, not that one. Hold on, I clicked the wrong one. This is why I need to have, like, raid calls. Or, like, hype calls. I'm shaking like a little chihuahua. That's awesome. Hey, that's a good setup for the rest of the semester. Well done, well done. Fun fact, the English dictionary Wiktionary is one of the world's largest dictionaries. Right after comes the Swedish Academy's dictionary. Interesting, I did not know that. That is some fascinating stuff. Just have a big pet peeve with the whole English steal words lol phrase. Wait, what? There's a phrase called English steal words? I do know there's a lot of words from other languages in English, especially French. I think French and German, we have a lot of words that have roots there. Okay. I keep forgetting not to do this. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly, actually let's just make a new layer, because that's ridiculous. Look at this pretty goat. I was more using it in a humorous way. Oh, I didn't even see you say that, but I don't know. Every language has loan words, but English has a lot of loan words. Yeah. Interesting. It's good to know that random musing we were having was somehow valid, and I didn't just miss something in Spanish class, because I just don't remember learning a lot of variations, and I was always wondering about, like, okay, what's the variation for, like, this word, and there really isn't one. Mostly, it just feels like, I don't know, it just makes it feel very pompous sometimes. I associate a lot of those words with British English. Maybe it's just the ones I choose, like flabbergasted I think is a really funny one, and that just sounds very British to me. Like, it's like, hey, did you want way too many consonants? Here you go. Just use this word instead of surprised, you know? Flabbergasted. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's just the friend that I play this game with, but he and I both laugh a lot about how silly. So many like supercilious is another one. There's just like a lot of unnecessary vocab. It's a little bit superfluous, you might say. Welcome to the game, guys. Anyway, I'll stop. I don't want to annoy anybody. Alright. Coloring in this goat. If anybody is working from this goat, I apologize. If I've moved the screen around a lot. I think I haven't really been very good about it. Again though, at least I think I posted it in Discord. These can all be found in Discord if anybody wants to draw or draw along later. They will also be on YouTube. On the YouTube channel. I'm only up to like the first two though so far. Yeah, I just don't like the way the brush works in this program. I really need to stop trying to paint in Paint Tool Sci. Maybe, although I have seen, I don't know if anybody uses Paint Tool Sci too, but apparently that one's a lot better. Know what English does do? It eliminates other languages. Yes, it sure does. It's become quite ubiquitous. I think it's like English. Is it English and Chinese? Those are the kind of the almost like unofficial world trade languages. It's like one of the two is going to be what people are using. Maybe French. I know a lot of Africa speaks French. Is there an official? Maybe I do need to listen to this English podcast. Is there an official world trade language, or is it just like percentages of what's most commonly used? I really think what it is the entertainment industry. It has had this like super unprecedented effect on world language. Like the global situation with the internet and that being based in English, and then just like everyone's access to things like Netflix and streaming services and YouTube. Like I think that has had like a crazy effect on world language for sure. Now I would like to make a commission for goat shrimp. Oh no. I could sketch that. That sounds funny. Are you a fan of goats and shrimp? I'm not open for commissions at the moment. I have a couple, well, currently one. This is actually practice for a client project that I'll be working on later today. Pardon if you've already heard me talk about this, anyone in chat, but I'm going to be making some goat stickers this afternoon. And this is kind of my warm-up for that, so that's why we're doing goats for warm-up today. It's not a common thing that I draw here on stream, but it is a critter, and I do enjoy drawing a critter. So if you like goats, come back this afternoon. I will be drawing stickers. I can show you a few of the ones I've already made. So they're probably going to be in this style, so it's a little more like simplified cartoony. But I'll be doing the line work. Well, actually, since it's so simple, I think I can do the whole thing in Paint Tool SAI. I might still have the files. Yeah, these are some of the ones I've done already. And I sent some stickers, like I made some vinyl stickers of these goats, because these are all goats from Weedham and Reap's channel, and I mailed them to her for Christmas. And she reached out and wanted me to make a few more for her other goats that she's gotten since then. So, yeah, if you like goats, you should go watch Weedham and Reap. Super fun channel. I've learned so much about goats and just like homesteading in general. Her whole thing is she homesteads on a little 1-acre farm in the middle of the city. So it's kind of interesting to see what all, sorry, it's just like color variations of the same stickers. But it's really fun to see what you can actually accomplish on a really small plot of land. So yeah, go check out Weedham and Reap. In fact, here, I will drop a link so you guys can easily find them. Hold on, I gotta look it up now. Maybe I should make a Weedham and Reap exclamation point. Aw, they posted a new video and their new little baby goat they just had is not doing well. There you go. Thank you, Septic. Flabbergasted is a wonderful word, I know. I'm telling you, we gotta bring flabbergasted back. That's half of my mission with the word game. It's like, there's some fun words that we don't use enough. Like, flabbergasted's a really good one. Even though it's super, super British, I feel like. And if it's not British, it sure sounds British to me. It's like Cumberbatch, or Poggle, or like, I don't know, there's just some really very Britishy sounding names and words that flabbergasted makes me think. Herfluffle, I don't know, just makes me think of, I'm sitting around with tea talking about how flabbergasted, oh how droll, I don't know. maybe I just want to pretend to be pomp and British. I don't know, it's possible, anything's possible. Look at all these pretty spots. Oh, I'm so excited to work on this later. But painting these in like this also kind of helps me make a roadmap for when I do go back and do kind of the stickers. I'll be able to kind of, it helps me organize the spots a little more because there are quite a few of them. And I don't know if I want to incorporate all of them in the sticker or not, but I'll probably try and do a fair number. What a cute little goat. Whenever English has a weirdly spelled word, it's always from French. Is flabbergasted French? Yeah, tell us about it, Septic. You're the pro. So English came into contact with others like French and Latin. Yeah, so as a result, we borrowed words from them. Whenever English is a... English could need more umlauts? Wait, what's an umlaut? I feel like I've heard that word. Life is much easier when instead of having to spell bureau, you can just type Oh. Oh, those little, like, whenever there's a symbol over a letter. I'm not gonna lie, I never know how to pronounce those. I always have to look at the pronunciation in the dictionary. Because I know each one of those little symbols means something different. And I also know it's very annoying to have to type them on a keyboard. Like, I always have to go just copy the Unicode or something, because I don't know how to do that on my keyboard. Do you have special, like, an umlaut key on your keyboard? Is that how that works? Is there, like, an easier way to do that? This one that always trips me up because of that. And similar... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I would read that as Byra and not Bureau. But that's interesting. But that's probably because we just have different sounds, maybe? I don't know. This is similar words from French being borrowed by both languages. So confusing. Yeah. Pretty much globally used. That makes sense. Yeah, colonialism did a whole thing onto the whole world for sure. Jolly good. At first I thought was one word, but it's... Oh, no, yeah, jolly good is definitely a British English. Flabbergasted sounds German to me. I don't know, I'd have to look up the root of flabbergasted. I do know you like that dragon, Crimson. I feel like you definitely have made that clear over the years. Is there a reason you like that dragon so much? I'm kind of curious. I feel like I've never had a chat with you where it was not brought up at least one time. We're not doing a request though today, Crimson. This is a practice stream for me for later. Gonna be drawing some goats. And we're doing warm-ups of drawing from reference that things that actually like exist. Just for learning how to draw things as they are. But doing things like this can actually help you draw imaginative things like that dragon better. So if you learn actual anatomy, it can help you create fantasy anatomy in a way that is a lot more believable and better structured. So, like for instance, learning where all these muscles and things go can inform me when I do my creature design streams, or if I'm just doing a creature design in general. Highly recommend drawing from reference to help improve art skills. So if it's not something that anyone listening to my voice has done in a while but would like to improve their art, highly recommend it. It's part of what the purpose of this is. To encourage us all to do this more, because it's something that we often don't take time to do. Like, I say like a collective we, like I can't speak for everybody, but a lot of artists I know, we always talk about how we're like, oh yeah, I need to do more reference, and you just don't. Like, you just end up doing other stuff. So it's a good accountability thing for me to be here. So thanks guys for making sure I do this. Appreciate ya. Alright, I'm not gonna draw the whole goat, but anyway. Colors. It's a real paint palette of a goat right there. Her name is River and she's wonderful, by the way. She's so cute and sweet. One of my favorite goats to watch on Weedham and Rape's channel. And she has really pretty little brown eyes. Let's go ahead and draw those nice amber colored eyes here. It's like an orangey brown. Alrighty. Goat, goat, goat. I think she has her mouth open, but I can't tell from the image. Okay. Anyway. So as you can see, we're just doing loose studies, not necessarily trying to copy the image, but this is what we drew. I'm trying to decide if I have time for one more. I've got about 10 minutes left. Let's see. Look at all those dancing dinos! They're so cute. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, flabbergast is of unknown origin for its etymology. Interesting. It's also known used... Yeah, I figure it does kind of sound slangy. A-A-O are on the right side of the keyboard. I see. I think it takes place of semicolon. Oh, you guys don't use semicolons. Interesting. A with dots, A with line. Oh no, is that a circle? I can't even see it on the chat. Yeah, I'm not very good at dot. I wish I knew more off the top of my head how to pronounce those things, because every once in a while you do see a word with that, and I just never know. We have a semicolon, they're just placed elsewhere. Oh. Now I'm curious about what different keyboards look like in different parts of the world. I know the Japanese keyboard is intense. I had a friend that had a Japanese keyboard because she was a foreign exchange student. Yeah, if you want to show me, it's probably easier. But she showed me her keyboard one time, her keyboard mapping, and I was like, oh my gosh. I think she has to hold down like different keys as she types the letter to like make the symbol, but I could be wrong about that. It's been like a decade. Alright, let's do one more goat, and this time I'm gonna pull one from my actual Pinterest board. Let's go see Pinterest. Ungulates. Clairebear, I hope you're having a good day, by the way. And I hope you're feeling a bit better. Your semicolon is to the left of the one, right? Oh, so you don't have a tilde? Isn't that what this is called, the tilde? I do like the tilde. It's quite decorative. I literally only ever use it for signatures or for like page breaks. I don't actually know what you're supposed to use the tilde for. Tilde, tilde, tilde. It's also just fun to say. One of these goats' name is Tilly. That's all. There's nothing else to that story. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. I'm gonna blame this tea that I have right here. I'm a little bit more amped now than I was earlier. I was a little sleepy when we started the stream. Oh wow, you know what? I'm looking at my Survey folder for these goats, and all I really have is sheep. I don't really have a lot of goats in here. I have this mountain goat, but that is a very different type of goat. Have you guys seen a mountain goat? What we would call a mountain goat here in the US? Maybe I should draw a mountain goat just for fun. They're intense looking. Look at this beautiful creature. Boop. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a pronghorn, a mountain goat, or a bison for my Christmas card this year, featuring a Colorado animal. Wait, copy? Be copied now. Let's sketch a little mountain goat. Majestic bear goat. I have encountered these when hiking the mountains here in Colorado, and it's a little scary. I've been bluff charged by one. Thankfully it was a bluff charge, but they are massive. In fact, if you want to see, I can take pause. I know people are trying to draw, so I apologize for my rambles, but I'll show you a picture I took of, if I can find it, of some friends and I hiking and walking right by some mountain goats. Hold on, I gotta log in to find it, I think. My projects. Oh, I am logged in. Perfect. Easy. Let's see, hide used photos. Look at how big these are, and this was like in the distance. Wait, why can't I zoom in on this photo? There we go. Alright, it's hard to see. It's not very big, but we were far away from this creature, and look at how big it is. Like, we were probably 20 yards from it. They are like, if he was like actual size, there was a whole bunch of them too. There was like 20 in this herd. This just is the one that was by us. But I would say on average, they're like this big compared to a person. Like, they're massive. They're so big. And when one is bluff charging you and you're up here in the Rockies, like nothing around, nothing to hide behind, nobody around for miles, it's kind of scary. Anyway, beautiful though, beautiful hike. Anyway, let's draw a mountain goat. It's like a bear sheep, or a bear goat, I should say. How regionally specific keyboards were. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Tilde is Alt G plus, GR plus. Wait, what? The key 2 over from P. Oh, those are our bracket keys. yeah, keyboards have a lot of variety. It's interesting. So I wonder if you have to hold down Alt and G and plus. Is that how you type a tilde? Huh. See, our tildes don't. It's not over anything. It's just like a tilde. I don't even know what it's for, frankly. I don't think I've ever used it except for as a flourish. Are there? I think it is for like umlauts, I suppose, but I wouldn't know how to apply it to a letter on my keyboard. I should look into that. Now I'm curious. Just for the sake of curiosity. I don't actually need to know this, I guess. I probably have other stuff I need to do today. Do you guys ever have that issue? I'm sure I'm not the only one. You just get really curious about something and then you spend like an hour on accident researching a thing instead of doing the work you're supposed to be doing. A little bit rabbit hole-y on Wikipedia, you know. It's better than doom scrolling on social media, right? At least you're learning something. That's how I justify it to myself. It's like, well, I wasn't playing the comparison game on Instagram, so that's helpful, right? Ugh. There's so much. The problem though with these creatures, at least in this, is like there's so much light going on. It's kind of hard to see where anything is. Oh, look at his little black nose. He's so cute. Too bad he's terrifying in person. Yeah, but you want to talk about something that's aggressive no matter what time of year? These guys. Especially if they're not accustomed to humans. Oh my gosh. These things are balls of muscle. Like, there's probably 6 inches of fur on this creature, and you can still see the musculature, like, underneath. They are so strong. I mean, their main predators, I think, are, like, mountain lions. So, they're a scary bunch. Definitely have to be tough. Look at you and all your fluffy glory. Ugh, look at these muscles. Yeah, I appreciate looking at this creature from this vantage point, not from 2 feet away on a mountain with like 1,000-foot drop on either side of my trail and I can't go anywhere. That's always a scary situation. I think we got bluff charged because we surprised him. I was hiking with my mom on a 14er here in Colorado a couple years ago. I think it was like partly, I think we were going into rutting season too, so it was like September. It wasn't quite mating season, but it was getting close. And so I think that he was already kind of on edge. It's like, this is my mountain, get off. Like, it was a little bit spooky. I think I might even have a video of my mom getting bluff charged by him. Yeah, not a fun experience. Definitely it was like, shoot, I don't know if I have enough first aid for like what kind of damage this guy could do. I have like some band-aids and some moleskin for blisters. And that was like what I had in my first aid pack. But anyway. Alright, well there's our little fluff monster. Mountain goat. Right now he says he loves you. Just don't approach him in the fall. That's the word of the day. Stay away. The phrase of the day. Semicolon is shift plus comma. See, my shift plus comma, shoot, is like the little angular brackets. The ones that look like sideways V's. Ooh, interesting. Swedish. Oh, so you just have multiple. So you have some keys that have 3 things on them. That makes sense. Interesting. Huh. Huh. That's interesting. I guess you just get used to what you have, you know? Oh, it's so funny though that you have... Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna have to analyze this later. Thank you for linking me to that. I'm gonna try not to talk about it too much on stream, but I'm fascinated. Because I feel like there's some letters. Well, so QWERTY's in the same place. But you have 2 A's. 3 A's. That's so interesting. It makes sense though, if those are like commonly used things. Oh, but you got extra keys. That's part of what it is. No, you just have replacement keys. Huh, I'm gonna look at this later, sorry. I'm so fascinated right now. I also can't totally compare because I'm, like, my keyboard is so old, half of the letters are all like worn away. So I'm like, oh, what's that key? Well, I don't know. It's just blank. I'm sure if I thought about it, I would find out. Well, thank you, Agumcore. I appreciate that. That is so interesting. Is for making the Spanish in. You hit that first and then in. Hold on, I'm gonna try that. Doot doot. Deep. That didn't work. Oh, that's because I didn't hit the tilde. Hold on. Let me try again. I've literally never tried this. Oh, yeah, it doesn't work for me. I figured that's what it's for. I just don't know how to make it. I don't know how to type it on my keyboard. I'm sure there's a way. Like, I'm sure if I held something down... I'll look into it later. Poor Raga. Lots of layers on Skinner. Yeah, that's so interesting, right? Oh, wait. Charlie's Dragon has one too. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's kind of similar. I'm gonna look at this later for sure. That's fascinating. I saw an Arabic keyboard the other day, and that one was really interesting too, because there's a lot of symbols in Arabic as well. Thank you, Charlie's Dragon. Oh, Cookie keeping me hydrated over there. Well, anyway, this has been fascinating. Thank you so much for sharing those images. I thought keys having 3 functions was standard. Yeah, no, I don't have any. I was just looking because I was like, I wonder if I have any. I think the most I have are 2. Yeah. I'll share a picture. We can all compare keyboards in Discord, guys. Come on to Discord so you can compare keyboards with me if you'd like to. Or if you just want to hang out in between streams, guys. I tend to be off and on Discord throughout the day most days. I'll take a picture of my keyboard even though it's all worn away. But yeah, we don't have those. I actually have on my list of things I need to buy is a new like keyboard stickers, because I've had this keyboard since college and I'm honestly surprised it's not more worn away. Apparently I use S, C, oh C for sure. S, C, and V, go figure. For save, Control, Alt, Delete, or not Control, Alt, Delete, undo and redo and copy and paste. What is N and M? Apparently I use N and M a lot too. I think M is Control M, I think, is how you move stuff in Photoshop. I don't know what N does. Why is my N gone? Anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna head out though, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be back on later today if you'd like to see more goats. Like I said, I'll be working on goat stickers later today. So if you happen to like goats or stickers, or just, I guess, watching me squirrel and talk about random things, I'll be working on stuff like this later today. So we're going to be taking these goats that I've kind of started sketching and turning them into some new stickers. So I'm really excited about it. If you'd like to watch that start later, you can do that at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, which I think is GMT -7, I think. But if you'd like to join in between or get alerts for when I'm live, I do post those on Discord automatically, so you'll never miss one there. And then my social media, I try to post on social media as well. But let's go and find an artist to raid. Let's see. Who is online that is artist? Or family-friendly artist is the hard part sometimes. I think I got all... If I missed... We're missing out on some multi-key action for sure. I think I'm behind on chat. Yeah, have a good one, Cookie. Thanks. It was nice to meet you. Thanks for hanging out and for tagging along. Putting up with all my rambling. Thank you, Maze, for posting the schedule and the stream, or in the socials. You're awesome. Appreciate you. Where am I rating? I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Septic, and thanks for the insight on English. And whoever posted that English podcast, I'm definitely adding it to my podcast options. Let's see. We might raid Nofi. She's usually pretty safe. Who is safe? Oh, you know what? There's this sculptor that I just met, actually. I don't know how family-friendly he tends to be, but he doesn't talk a lot. He mostly just sculpts. Looks like he's doing a creature design right now. I kind of like watching sculpting streams. I don't know how you guys feel about them, but let's go raid him. I don't think I've raided him before. There's a few other artists online too. His name is Mankej. I'm not sure how to say his name. He's like a professional. He works in the industry. I don't know. I just discovered his stuff the other day. Plus, we also rated Nofi already last week, but I do love her work as well. If I can figure out how to raid, guys, we will do that. Hold on. Mankej. There he is. Cool. So let's go raid Mankej. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. If you'd like to come see a really cool sculptor for a few minutes, that's where I'll be. And thank you for that follow, whoever just did that. I appreciate you. Yeah. But I'll be back on later at 4 today, so if you would like to come back for more goats or for stickers, that is where I will be. But in the meantime, we're going to go right into Mankej. If you'd like to, let's see, I don't remember. Let's just do hearts and cheese. If you want to copy this, you can into the raid. That's probably what I will do. One of these days I'll get my raid calls to work, guys, where I can just type an ! raid and it'll have like a little phrase. But if you'd like to do that, you sure can. But if not, that's fine too. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good rest of your day if I don't see you. And we will be doing warm-ups the next 2 days as well at the same time. So if you missed today's warm-up and you'd like to join for later, just come on back tomorrow. We'll be doing it again.